Hello everyone, welcome back to Rob's Gaming Table. Today on the table we're going to look at another insert, this time for Mage Knight Ultimate Edition. We're going to take a look at my current storage solution, then we're going to put the insert together, and then put it in the box, see how it looks with all the components in it. Full disclosure, this was provided to me by e-Raptor for review, and I'm not being paid for this video. Alright, let's take a look at my current solution. Alright, so here is how I store Mage Knight. And I'm currently playing live streams of this game on the channel. If you'd like to check those out, I will put a link down in the description below to the playlist of our various Mage Knight live streams. But as you can see here, I'm just basically using the main insert that comes with the game, but for convenience, I've put each Mage Knight in baggies with their components. Not the best storage solution, but at least it's quick if I want to just grab a specific mage to play with. And a dummy player, I can just grab whichever baggies for it, and I have their cards just facing out to show me which mage it is. But that's how I store those. So these are all the mages here. And then I just have the cardboard boards here just on top, some books, some nice official FAQ printed out there. The miniatures, yep, just in the normal base here. Then I have the plastic insert, or the plastic cover on top that comes with the game. And then I have my cards sleeved, so you can only fit so many in here. So underneath this insert are some additional wound cards that I don't really need because I've only played this game solo and 2 players so far. So I stuck the rest of the wounds underneath the insert, just out of way, because they will not fit in these slots if you sleeve everything. And I'm sleeving them with Dragon Shield clear matte sleeves, so they're a little thicker. All the other components you just see in here, I just put these in a baggie. I could probably just keep those loose. And all the tiles and whatnot are just in their normal slots. But like I said, since I bag everything for each mage separate, I have some extra space in there. But that's just how I store Mage Knight. So let's put the insert together and see how it looks. So here's the Mage Knight insert. The box got a little squished and crushed because it was shipped at the bottom of the box with some other inserts on top. I've kind of taped up the box a little bit just to hold it together until I was able to do this video. So just don't mind the crushed box, but I believe everything inside should be fine. So let's put this thing together. I do want to point out there's no glue required for this insert. And yeah, let's see how easy it is to put together. It does come with instructions, as you can see here. Which I will try to follow along. It does include a dice tower, actually, in this insert, so this is kind of neat. And some plastic components this time, so this might take a little while. I see there's some film on the plastic, so we'll probably have to peel all that off to put it together. But yeah, let's do a speed up assembly, and then I'll give you my thoughts, and we'll take a look at it with all the components in it after this. insert completely put together. I'm now going to put it together and take a look at everything with the components inside and then give you my final thoughts. So I want to try something new in this insert review where I actually played with the insert first before giving some thoughts and taking a closer look at it. So I'd originally filmed me just kind of showing how I put the components in, but I decided I want to play a game with it first and we'll talk about it. Does it help setup? Does it help tear down? That kind of thing. So let's talk about it. The dice tower. First thoughts here. This magnetic solution here. I wish I saw in the instructions that it talked about putting the magnet in here first. I didn't. It was in kind of small writing. I don't have it near me, but I should have noticed. I forgot about this bag of magnets. That's my own fault, but I kind of figured it out, I think. But it kind of holds up this dice tower, which is kind of neat. The dice tower in the playthrough, I kept forgetting to use it, but it's totally fine. The dice tower is cool. I like how it folds up, stays in one piece, and kind of goes in the box nice and easy. Another thing, it was nice to actually, I think it was great, that each of the mages can be stored in here, and you can play out of this. So I shuffled my abilities, put them in this slot, and drew from them, and it worked out great. I just grabbed these your level tokens, put them on the card, no problem. And then I just drew my shield tokens out of here as I needed them, which was kind of cool. The only thing I wish, as you can see, the insert, when it's all put in, doesn't take up the whole box. There's still lots of, not lots, but there's still space. I wish these were kind of a little bigger and somehow you could put their whole deck of cards with the unit, like with each Mage Knight. Because that's the way, like, a lot of people store them in little boxes or baggies and keep all the mages separately. That's the way they recommend in the rule book. But this way, all the cards for your Mage Knights are in this one section. There is no divider per Mage Knight. You could always make your own dividers. I could easily make paper dividers with cardboard or whatever and put them in here, no problem. There also is enough extra room that I could still separate the cards into boxes or baggies probably and still fit them in there so they're separate. But then why do I have this also? So there is some work I can do here to make it a little better. I mean, it's not the worst. You just pull out all these cards or sort through them until you find your mage and grab their cards out. It's not that big a deal. I just wish they were all together with the mage because that's the way I had them bagged before, where everything was just together. I just grabbed two bags, one for the dummy player, one for me, or one for Mel, one for myself when we're playing co-op. But this case, I have to grab them and then sort through here to kind of find where the cards are. Just a little annoyance, but it's not deal-breaking at all. But that's kind of cool. So I just wish that it stored the cards in there. It was really awesome to play with my mana sorted. My crystals instead of in a little container how I normally play them. This is a little bit more of a table hog though. That's the only downside to that. I feel like this could have been maybe shaped a little differently so it wasn't, I don't know, so wide. But it is cool. I can just slide this on when I'm done and lock it in there. Boom. Now they're locked. Lids on. Mana tokens, no matter if you store it on its side or whatever, this should not spill out. It's kind of locked in there, as you can see with the little lip, which is neat. So we'll throw that in there. I love this little tray. Separating the card decks, so you can play with like your spells, wounds, artifacts. I'm sure you could use this if you want instead for like elite units, regular units, and advanced actions. It kind of makes me wish I had a second one of these. I feel like there should have been two in the box, but the fact that they give you one anyway is kind of cool. I'm pretty sure they would have been able to fit another one. But that just goes in there because you could have fit another one just the opposite way. Kind of, there's space. There's definitely space. So that's another nitpick. I would wish that I had another one of those because I like that very much. Just playing with the cities right out of here. I mean, it keeps the minis nice and protected. You just pull the lid off, no problem. Same kind of lid, clear plastic, slides right on. If I can, I have trouble sometimes getting this part in the back, but it could just be me. To slide into that hole. There we go. That one's easy. Okay. But sometimes just that back part, like when you're trying to get it under the lip here, as you can see, there's like a lip for the plastic to go to keep it locked in. Sometimes it just doesn't line up with that back hole. But that is cool. This is, you know, nice. So we're just going to throw that in the box. You guys can see how it all goes together. This I love. Playing with the tokens. I kind of wish the runes would go in the same one. And you can. You can totally, for these tokens, you can, when you're playing, shuffle them up, put them back in here, and it even has room for a discard pile right beside it, which is cool. Or you can just stick the runes in here with one of the other tokens, which I thought was pretty cool. So there's lots of room in here, or you can play with them laid down like I was. I was doing some of them like this, some of them just standing up, and then you can throw them in there, no problem, the discards. But I like playing right out of this. Doesn't take up any real extra space. I hate the way in the default game you're just supposed to like put them out in piles because they can fall over when you're grabbing them from them. I like the way this is nice and secure in here. This is great for teardown and setup. I love it. And like was recommended in the chat when I was playing it live, you could, just to even save time, I could shuffle them now and just kind of put them back in here. They should be okay and not get mixed around where some flipped over. But there is a lot of space in there, so that's definitely a possibility. But again, you just slide on the lid. And if I can get it locked up under it, see, it's doing it here. Sometimes this is annoying where it doesn't line up in the back, so I'm trying to get it locked. But I found if you just wiggle it, it'll eventually go on. So I just wiggle it, boom, and it's in. So that's the tip I'll give you. Just wiggle it a bit. All right. And same with this one. So this one I just kept off to the side. You don't need to really play out of this one. You just kind of grab what you need. I like the way I haven't really been playing with some of the expansion stuff yet. I'm kind of easing my way into Ultimate Edition. So some of the extra accessories, or extra enemies, sorry, and extra bits, I just keep over in this container, separated, except for the runes. Obviously, you play with all those now with Lost Legion. But some of the enemies and stuff, I haven't started using stuff from the other expansion. I forget which one it is. But yeah, I haven't got there, so I'm not using it yet. Which I could just leave them over here and out of the way. And as I add that stuff, I could definitely fit it into here with these enemy tokens, I'm sure, but I'm just using that extra space. Again, I gotta wiggle it. There, boom, it's in. All right, beautiful, and won't fall out. Very nice. Love it. And you can see what you're grabbing, what you know you're getting, but you kind of need them all anyway, so they have clear lids, great, but you're gonna need to take all lids off anyway. But it is a nice touch. It is a nice touch. All right, so the cards, this card holder. I like it. It's cool that they have all these dividers, but some dividers for like the scorecard, like the achievement scoring card has its own divider. I feel like that's a waste of space. Having sleeves, this is really tight, but it still works. The only thing I could take out dividers like that and not use them to give myself more room with the sleeve cards. Or if I do divvy up the Mage Knights, their starting deed decks, that would give me lots of space in here. But this does fit everything sleeved. Nice thick Dragon Shield sleeves. It all fits in. You can all take it out. And I love these dividers. I know where my spells, my artifacts, and all that stuff go when I'm done playing. But yeah, just some weird ones like the city cards are separate from the site description cards. Like, I don't know why that needs its own divider and to keep separate. I'm not sure, but it does. So you could just play with this out beside you while you play and grab at the things you need while you play. But most of it I just pulled out anyway and set up in the card tray. And grab what you need to use. You need your spells, your artifacts, all that stuff out. But it keeps all the stuff, all the decks nice and separate. So you can shuffle them up and just store them in here when you're done. And then I have this little spot in the front. Skills description. I store them in here. So I don't think you're supposed to really do this. But you can easily grab these out of here, no problem. There's a nice little lip here to grab the cards out. I just store their descriptions in here. But you could totally, there's a spot for that and a divider for that too. So yeah, but I just throw, you can fit them in there with their card on top, and that's cool. But yeah, so this is the card holder, and that fits in like so, no problem. And then we'll throw these guys in here, our other Lost Mages. And as you see here, I can actually slide this in the side. But yeah, there's still so much space. This is how it is in the marketing pictures, how they put it away. I don't know if there's a better way, like you maybe don't want to put something on the dice tower just in case, but you totally, like I said, could fit extra deck boxes or baggies in here to separate some stuff to make it even more set up and tear down friendly. But this works. It's definitely better than what I had before. The insert does not help with that, and the fact I had to use baggies with the insert that came with the game was kind of like, that ticked me off a little bit, that everything kind of just throws back in and gets all stuffed together. And I guess if you're playing Ultimate Edition with all the expansion stuff, that might be okay, but I don't yet. I don't want to play with all the expansion stuff, so I want to keep it separate for now, and this helps with that. This does help with that. But there is lots of room. There's extra room, so I don't think any other expansions are coming, but you could get another card holder. I believe they do sell card holders like this at e-Raptor, but you can check the web store link down in the description below. But they might have another card holder that you could use that could slide in here to help you have holders for all the cards. But other than that, it's a nice touch, throwing a dice tower in there. Maybe they could use the space a little better. I don't know. But yeah, it's just weird that it's not like this is not shake proof. But everything has lids on it, so you do not have to worry about stuff spilling all out. And the cards are nice and tight at the top here. They're not going to spill out or anything. And then you just throw this stuff in here. The rule books and that will help you kind of fill some of that space, I guess, a little bit. But the lid does close all the way, which is sweet. And yeah, we'll just throw it. Actually, I'll put it like this so I know this is the bottom of the box if I put it on this side. So the cards are near the bottom. But yeah. Yes, it was very nice. Did help with the setup and teardown for sure. I just went through it, just played a live stream. If you're curious about that live stream, I'll link it down in the description below. You can see me using some of the components to play out of. Some of it was off screen. The dice tower I kept forgetting to use, but I do use it a couple times. But yeah, it does close all the way. No problem. But yeah, pretty cool insert. And that was a look at the Mage Knight Ultimate Edition insert by e-Raptor. If you want more information on this insert, click the link down in the description below. And thank you to our Patreons for supporting this video. Without you guys, this wouldn't be possible. If you'd like to become a Patreon, support the channel, you can do so by clicking the link in the description below. I am looking forward to using this insert in an upcoming playthrough, so stay tuned to the channel for that. I'll link that down in the description also in the future once that's done. Anyways, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.